And one of my biggest role models is Clément, and he was like really instrumental to me.
Yeah.
Another person I met when now I think we had gone back.
I'd
met earlier was Nonini.
When you were there?
Yes. Well, I think I went to one of his events. Obviously, at that time, we just talked a little bit up front. Then I think I also went to the after party and we continued talking with him. We talked a lot about music. And what is this? Remember when I said sometimes in this world, all you need is that one person who believes in you? Nonini was one of those people who really believed in me. So we started chatting online and I really told him, man, I'm ready to do this. Let's work. So Nonini, I sent Nonini a bunch of beats. He didn't like them. Then he told me he's going to send me vocals. I make a beat for that vocal. If he likes it, he'll do the song. So I sent Nonini a bunch of beats. But I was very straight up with him. I told him all I'm looking for is one hit. Like I just, as soon as I get my first hit, I'm out. I'm done. So even I think in your CTA, Nonini said like when I was planning to do the song, like I knew we're just doing like one song. Funny enough, me and him now, I think we're on our third song. Yeah. But anyway, that's a different story. We'll continue. Yeah. So Nonini listens to the beat I sent. And Nonini, I think his only reply was yes. That was it. That's it. Yes. It's like send the stems. But then he said, we'll use the same beat, but we'll create a whole new song about it. So I think he worked with Msioka. And when he was working with Msioka, they made Belle featuring Waire.
Keggah, turudishe watu dance floor love child. Lego. Mziki uende mbele. Heshima idumu. Tina kukawia. Watafurahia. Mziki uende mbele. Heshima idumu. Tina kukawia. Watafurahia. Watu lazima wajue si ndio tulianzisha hii mambo. Love child Godfather, time ya kureport kwa dance floor. Ndio kitu wanangoja, inabidi wanasonga. Tumechoka watiaji, kazi yao tukuchocha. Tukigonga sana jua ni ya Keggah. Toto wamesimama sana, oni wa kupiga. Mainjini wa mziki, mafundi wa mitambo. Mapayoni ya kimziki, toka tukitambo. What they do, it's me business. Them call it dancehall again, yeah we mix it. Your sound a breakdown, yeah we fix it. Competition, we are breaking like biscuit. Hey, love telling Godfather. Every tune we drum bigger and harder. Negativity to we, I mean nada. Because of music, we rocking that Prada. Mziki uende mbele, na jina kukawia. Tunapoma hapa milele, hakuna kuachia. Mziki uende mbele, na jina kukawia. Dansa na genge ni Waire Nonene. Walitupenda sana, tukianza. Wakatuchukia bana, tukipanda. Wanatupenda tena.
Now that was the second time I flew to Kenya when that song came out. You guys, I used to panda matatus just to hear that song.
You guys, okay, hold on. Hey, pole. There's an aspect that you've that I want to come back to you and ask you. So when you come back that first time, you haven't been home in years.
Yes.
These days when I'm here, I'm home.
Yes.
I'm home being in Kenya, Nairobi. When I drive from one area to the other, from my house to Derek's, I'm like, Allah, it's changed. Kenya has changed. That's the speed at which the landscape of Kenya is changing. You get it when you come in here today, you're just like, yo, bro, this country is just insane. So at that time, are you even seeing people's dress codes has changed? Radio station, like what for you had changed? Was it the same Kenya you knew?
It was honestly not the same Kenya I knew. Like me, especially, I think if you live in Kenya for a very long time, you don't appreciate the growth and you don't appreciate the infrastructure that has been put up. Like, I think whenever you're used, if you eat filet mignon every single day for like 2 years,
Yes.
it'll stop having that.
Vavavoom, je ne sais quoi.
You kind of get accustomed to the taste. The same thing if you stay in Kenya for so long, like you stop having that. You don't really appreciate how much infrastructure. I remember driving from Zimmerman on Thika Road, going to school and having to wake up at 4 so that we can actually enter the jam on time. When that thing was one lane, it was one lane. I always tell people, if the population growth in Zimmerman exploded as much as it was and we still had that one lane, you'd not even wake up.
There'd be traffic for walking.
Remember, it was one lane coming this way and one lane going that way.
Yep.
Right now, I think we have 8 lanes and you still have some
Traffic.
problems. Yep. You have to always work with the population growth when when it comes to infrastructure, and I think that was something that was very, very important.
So did you appreciate the progress that had been made?
I really did.
Yeah.
And also with the improvements of the internet, this is where producing from America stopped being such a problem. Like I would literally switch on my computer and literally have a session with someone who's in Calif Records.
People don't understand that Kenya is one of the best internets within Africa.
Definitely.
Yep. So I'm liking to, and the reason why I ask this question, there are guys who think Kenya is the same Kenya they left 20 years or 30 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Kenya has the same highways that we have in America. Yeah.
And that's including the one which the nightmare of the traffic that's on Mombasa Road, the super highway that's been built.
Hey, but then honestly, that infrastructure looks amazing.
Yeah.
That infrastructure looks amazing. One thing, as the same example I gave with Zimmerman and Thika Road, right now you might not see the point of that infrastructure. You're still seeing it as just an extra cost. But then sometimes, as much as loans are bad, sometimes if you take loans early, you get them at a lower rate. Those rates will only increase.
Let me say, Kenyans don't have a problem with the loans. Kenyans
It's
have a
how
problem
they're being
with
used.
the thuggery of
That
the
is
loans.
that's like my biggest problem
I
with
love
Kenya,
the SGR.
corruption.
I absolutely love the SGR. But I can't
Bado
stand what...
sijaipanda, bro.
I pondered it one time and I was just like, by the way, when I walked the whole way. Walked the whole way from Nairobi to Mombasa. Was just on my laptop working. Internet, everything good.
What?
Yep. I mean, tethering, of course, with Safaricom 3G, but everywhere it was there. It was still good.
It was still good.
Yeah. So, and it was very comfortable.
I think even in the States, when
And
I
affordable.
used to ride the train, we also had problems. Like there are some areas that you'll always have those dead spots.
Yes. So, but what I was trying to just get out of you and hear from your own mouth was the appreciation for the progress that has been made at home.
More than.
Yeah. And I'm not even talked about you going to other counties. You are just talking about where you are from.
Actually, I've traveled to a lot of counties. When we were doing the autism awareness, we did travel.
Did you do that the first time you came back?
I did that, I think the fourth time I came back.
We'll get there. Okay, so you go back. That's when now you begin this conversation with Nonini.
Nonini. And Nonini, I'm telling you, one of the most supportive artists in the world. Like, I think he has created more careers than anyone else in Kenya. Like, I think he's honestly a legend. He'll always go down as a legend because he has created careers. Like, he has really built entire brands.
So what happens at the first time? Your first song that you do for Nonini is this one with Waire.
Belle.
And then now again you enter the same deal, shooting video. So you came back to Kenya for that video shoot. Or for what?
Funny enough, at that time, and I'll be very honest, I'm camera shy. I'm super camera shy. You have no idea what it has taken for you to get me here.
You were nervous in the beginning, lakini now umeingia.
I'm honestly very camera shy, and that's why I usually just put my logo on all my videos. I just put like the little bit of Keggah logo.
Yeah. Who made that logo?
I had a computer programmer in India who also does graphic design, and he's the one who does all my logos for any business I do.
So why do you use India, not America? Cheaper, faster?
I don't want to say cheaper, faster. These are the guys who stuck with me when I was in the basement.
Aha, okay. I get it. Have you met each other?
I went to India once and we met.
You went to India to meet them?
Yeah. There were some things that were too complicated to do over the phone or to do over Zoom, like literally documents that required data to be put in like 500 spots. So like it was just impossible to do it over the phone. Like to explain it to someone to program it was impossible.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff I keep seeing you're coming back to. I hope I remember. So Nonini, you came. Let me understand this, because
when I came to do a Caliph record.
That's the first time.
Yeah.
The second time when you came,
that's when Nonini has just dropped from Belle. That thing is played on every radio station, every TV station, and I didn't want to miss this feeling. I wanted to be in a club and I'm hearing biti kigonga sana, juani biti ya Keggah. Like, you know that feeling where the DJ is playing it, you're like,
that's me.
What?
Oh, Keggah, I love this. Keggah, you're making my day. So that creative bug, but not only a creative bug, I'm hearing you wanted a hit at home.
Yes.
In your roots. It's not that you wanted Chris Brown bumping your thing.
No. I still love him though.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about you working with Chris Brown. There I go again and saying we're going to talk about other stuff. So when you're here, do you then think, okay, I want another one? I liked that feeling. Yeah, that was good. Or did you feel, yes, I got what I wanted?
Music is the most addictive drug known to man. Worse than heroin.
That's funny.
So now, when I had now 3 solid hits on my pocket.
And which are these 3? The major one?
Mina, Karibu Nairobi, Belle, Nonini and Waire.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm being added to WhatsApp groups. I'm like, who is this? Oh my God. I'm like, who's this? Oh my God. I'm being followed by like almost every artist. I'm like, okay, oh my God. Instagram has just gotten to 60,000. Like, so that's the time now I started talking to so many artists.
Like who?
The next one of the people who really, really also helped was Prof. Prof,
yeah.
I did a song for Prof called Wako Wapi.
Kwenye beat ya Keggah. Sa wako wapi waliosema sitoweza? Sa wako wapi waliodhani ni mchezo? Ukweli mimi sitaki kujua, bora naishi na nafanya venye inafaa. Sa wako wapi waliosema sitoweza? Sa wako wapi waliodhani ni mchezo? Ukweli mimi sitaki kujua, bora naishi na nafanya venye inafaa. Bado mimi sijaridhika, ndio maana kila siku mimi nazidi kujituma. Niulize mbona lengo bado si tofauti, bado ile siku moja kuweza ishi maisha bora. Na tena mimi ninasubira na najua siku moja itakamilika. Ndio pole najitahidi, na mimi naomba baraka ziwe zaidi. Ziwe zaidi, tena zaidi, hadi niweze kugawana na wenzangu, familia kwa kunishikilia. Pia kidogo ya mababy. Sa wako wapi waliosema sitoweza? Sa wako wapi waliodhani ni mchezo? Ukweli mimi sitaki kujua, bora naishi na nafanya venye inafaa. Sa wako wapi waliosema sitoweza? Sa wako wapi waliodhani ni mchezo? Ukweli mimi sitaki kujua, bora naishi na nafanya venye inafaa. Instrumental lazima meditation.
Yeah. So how did you even connect with Prof?
Prof, me and him started chatting online, and his producer Match Blake, since I was in America for logistics sake, Match Blake had to do the recording. So me, I was like sitting in just online, but then they were literally working on the song together. And Match Blake did an amazing job. Even on Belle, I honestly want to say Musyoka. I sent my
stems.
And I also sent my version of the master. And I'll be honest, Musyoka's version of the master won. Like I had the 2 masters. I played them. I always played in the car. I played them like for like a whole hour. Then I just called them and I was like, go with Musyoka's version.
Which I love what you're saying, because you're trying to show that the quality here is also
really good.
Yep.
Musyoka is a legend.
Musyoka is a legend. Musyoka actually does mix and masters for adverts for movies. People don't know scores. Musyoka is a legend.
Musyoka is on another
Yeah.
level.
So
But also for the fact that it's going to be mixed by Musyoka, I also wanted that.
yeah, nice.
So I'll say I worked with Musyoka also.
I like it. Collaboration.
That's the one thing I always want, like, producers don't like to do. Like, artists collaborate all the time. They always work together. Why can't you work with this? Why can't you work with this person? Why can't you make half the beat and this person make half the beat? Why does it have to be one person? Why do you want to take all the credit? Actually, my last song I worked with Mavo.
Oh,
Yeah, we did a song. We produced a song together.
nice.
Yeah.
This is Keggah Music. Mavo on the beat.
Amplifier, amplimoto, amplifier, kula moto, kula kuya. Amplifier, amplifier, amplimoto, amplifier, kula moto, kula kuya. Amplifier, amplimaki. Kuna nduru za kuzaa, nduru za kunya, nduru za kujam na nduru za kujam, nduru kuaminika waga nduru za madam, nduru za mistari waga nduru za kalam, nduru za mafans, nduru za the gang, nduru ya politician waga nduru za mafans, nduru za exam, nduru za kukram, nduru za ketepa uleta nduru za macham. Nairobi, most wanted Joe, Nairobi. Nairobi, mina trust tudo na rosary. Amplifier, amplimoto, amplifier, kula moto, kula kuya. Amplifier, amplifier, amplimoto, amplifier, kula moto, kula kuya. Amplifier.
Lion, it's enough for bad mind, them want to see we retire. Overstand, we can't stop, take it higher. Wanna give up like we dance, so we bring the fire. Man alliance, see the king no retire. Amplifier, just a girl, them be buyer.
So Prof.
Uh-huh.
So you're telling us something about Prof. So now you do this song for Prof.
I did the song for Prof. It's called Wako Wapi. It was really, really, really amazing. And another person who was
But
really...
let me also ask, you sound like you also play a role in the video. So in terms of from a financial perspective or from something, do you?
Sometimes,
for some artists.
most videos are always sitting on the creative aspects, like when we're coming up with ideas, we're looking for locations, we're creating drafts of what will happen. I'll always give my feedback. I'll always be involved with as much as possible in the video. But then recently, I'll be honest with you, like my tactic has also kind of changed because bei imepanda. Like honestly, I do charge now for production. I charge if I'm to sit down to talk to you about anything. But
I love it.
Yeah.
Bei imepanda. Okay.
You have to market a product. Once you market the product, then you sell it.
Okay. So is that so you do this song for Prof, but I'm asking, were you sponsoring videos at this time? Were you going beyond?
Sometimes I would. Sometimes it will depend on the contract. Some contracts would say we go 50-50.
Okay.
Some contracts I would say I'm not gonna be involved. I'm just gonna do the production.
Okay.
But one thing we always agreed on all contracts is whatever you put in is what you get back.
I like it.
So before anyone can start having fun with your show money, you start buying things, like any money that was put into your project, make sure it comes back.
Question that I want to ask, and now I want you to be real here. Have you faced contractual challenges with some of the artists that you've worked with?
I didn't want to bring this one up.
The reason I'm asking is just because if these are some of the challenges that we need to fix at home, let it be known.
Actually, the one artist I trusted and I did not do a contractual agreement messed me up.
Okay. Where it was verbal.
It was more of a
Trust.
it was a trust and friendship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took 7 years. Remember we started as a band?
Yep.
I produced the autism lights, the autism visual by Caribblue. I know that was one of my first band members. And I'd worked on that thing for 7 years. And one day before release, they sent the stems to another producer who literally copied my chords, changed the instruments, and they released it on another label.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
That must have hurt.
7 years, man. That was painful.
Okay, but a lesson learned. But from the local artists that you've worked with here,
I've never had a problem.
what?
Not a single one. Everyone has stuck to their agreements. Everyone made their payments. Everyone did what they were supposed to do.
That's so amazing to hear.
Yeah.
Because you've worked with a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. To keep track of all those numbers was difficult.
Yep, and I'm sure you being the systematic person that you are, you definitely kept track of the numbers.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And the returns came.
The returns did come. And the thing is, like, let me tell you, I think the marketing value was more than even
The financial
the
returns.
financial returns, because the
Dude, you're seated
marketing
here on
value was...
CTA.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here on CTA, you guys. The marketing
Which is a
value...
Nonini Connect as well.
A Nonini Connect. Nonini has always... You know what now you know as a Nonini Connect?
Tunafika now, you know, hata
Later.
usikipatie kitu.
Later on.
Hiyo ni story. Okay, this CTA, we go slowly.
Hizi ni ngomba ya kwanza. We're talking about the first two hits. So, yeah.
So okay, so now let me take us back into the story. The time you came to do Mbele, the Mbele, did you worked with Prof as well? No, you didn't work with Prof. Did you work with any other artist at that time?
No.
And you also didn't work with any autism thing?
No.
You just came to get that feeling, and you're telling us how music is a drug.
Yes.
Okay.
And one other person I also worked with at that time, and this is someone who really, really gave me so much advice and really always supported me, was Jim Watt. Jim Watt from the beginning. Jim Watt was the guy I would call and be like, I have this song, I have this artist who's unknown. Can I get a verse? And he would be like, I'll send it by tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Jim Watt he didn't even care. He was just like, let's work.
Kwa mara ingine wala ngwize Dasa shosha ni kwa beat moda Mepopua in a minute Go CPR Mr. kusema na kutenda Nikitemu utanipenda Sha predict in a minute Send home solo
Lol, you're so funny unaenda home na nani Mimi jimwizi weshe quit dreaming
Kalupita my dreams valid Kupita na we the D Na deko laho Send home solo Umenikalia pizza Kafanta umenibambucha Usipocheka ni knock knock joke Sare na go Ukicheka nda knock knock hadi ware yo Sina godoro hapo kwa floor Knock knock Wahoo wa nameless Sabasi nisadie kumalizia ati
Sindi home solo
And up to now, like, me and Jim Watt would spend like hours on the phone talking. Like, we became really good friends. I remember there's a time he wanted me to be the director of his Jim Watt Foundation. I remember what you were talking about, drugs. Yes, like that is something he wanted me to be a part of. I'm really considering starting a rehab in Kenya. Yeah, in Kabete. I already got a place.
What? So it's not you're considering, you're already moving.
Yeah, but it's something I really want to do. It's something I'm really passionate about. I've lost a lot of friends due to drugs.
At home or abroad?
Abroad and at home.
Uh-huh.
I've lost too many friends. I've lost too many artists. And honestly, that is something I really want to do passionately.
Okay. One question though, just because you brought this up, you've made it, and I mean this in a respectful way, non-braggadocious way. You've made it. There are many Kenyans who've gone abroad and things have not really worked out the way they had expected. What would you say about a situation like that? In fact, I'd say it's a huge number that and I'm not talking just about the States.
And I don't even want to say I've made it, because honestly, even later on in my story of life, I did have a collapse.
Okay, good.
The whole business really did go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shucks. Okay. At this time of the story, you
At this time of the story,
you made it.
At this time of the story, things are good.
Yeah. So in fact, that's wonderful that you're saying that, because how then do people get the strength to come back up, especially when you're in a different country?
Me, honestly, I think that was one of the hardest years of my life. I went through a really hard time, the 2016, and that's the same time also the songs were being changed to another producer and another record label. And what is this? It was a really tough time. The business started going down, and then I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and I had to change my whole life.